to Queen Quet because there are two things that her and I battle. We battle racism.
Yes.
We also have to battle people believing us.
Yes.
So Queen Quet, I want you to tell us about you, your journey, your story, as it connects to being that leader and having to carry the weight of community stewardship.
Thank you, thank you. Get away, Chile, Jordan. Get away, oh, Chile, Jordan. Get away, Chile, Jordan. I want for crossover for see my Lord. Down there. We are deep on this show. On this island on a chilling yeti boat. On sea islands and things like that. Like my sister said, he was a yeti. And I believe. And I believe, say, on a chilling Indigenous. And I believe, say, on a chilling ancestors were there in the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. All upon this ship. And I think that is soared down in sea island soil. Where we water, true Carolina, gold rice. Where we water, when a hurricane, the kind of thing like that. Right of us now, sea level rise. All around me, and things like that. But all they have to do, look on this year, and see that blue, for that indigo, or your ancestors them, been there, a plant, and right of us, for the water. Water to bring we, and the water going to take me back. So this I did, and that water take me back. It take me to an easier place like a this. For we have a grinding, or as a place for joining with people like your brother here, who the islanders, like my sister here in backyard. For we let the others well know. If I don't know understand the way we do the way we do this way, we know your language too now. Many times not because our ancestors chose this language, but because we had to now adorn ourselves with this language and with other people's culture and get away from wading in that water where we say, I want to cross over for sea, my God. God did it in the water. And if it wasn't for God being in the water of the sea islands, my ancestors wouldn't have thrived and survived instead of being destroyed. First in the Middle Passage, a place in a space that now more people are thinking about in a different way. They're thinking about it scientifically while we live it spiritually. And they figured out that there's this place there now called the Blake Plateau. These knolls that they've named for someone. This reef called Richardson Reef. These places and spaces, the one that stuck with me was the Million Mounds. Because I thought about the millions of Africans that had to cross it. And the bones that lie in it, that the coral grows from my ancestors and how their souls were in it. So when we wade in the water now, when we cross over the water, we're crossing over those souls that many times people don't stop to think about when they come to the Carolinas from Jacksonville, North Carolina, to Jacksonville, Florida, and lay out on the beach to sun. They don't think about how for us that's not fun. It's not a place of recreation. It's a place of spiritual rejuvenation in the Gullah Geechee nation. And so for many, they think only, especially during Ocean Month, of only the ocean. But I live in it because I live in the Atlantic, on the Sea Islands. So I can't forget the salt marsh. That one way I might look and see the Atlantic and the other way, I see the creek on them. And either one we cast in that thing for the thing for now one, but what about feeding our souls? And so the South Atlantic Salt Marsh Initiative is one that we're working on as well to protect and restore 1 million acres of salt marsh in the Southeast. But what water will also come together nearby is the ocean. And some of the children never been there. Some of the children never hear the little crack we deep under this show. I'm sure before today, some of you never heard Gullah before, but you heard it today. And even if you never get to the Sea Islands, I want you to think about us, think about our ancestors, and think about the life in the ocean that's below and also on the shorelines above, and how we link together. And to help you a little bit with that, I brought more of the Sea Islands with me besides the heat y'all have been feeling. I packed that in my suitcase too. Not trying to cause heat island effect here in DC. But I want to take you to the Sea Islands now with me. Take a short journey.
It is the blessing of God. We be Gullah Geechee anointed people. We know we are anointed to be on this coast in a hurricane zone, to have survived chattel enslavement, to have survived Jim Crow era, to have survived the racism of today, and still be landowners, still be proudly and authentically black folk that are Gullah Geechee.
To stand out on the marsh and breathe it in is refreshing, it's rejuvenating, it's renewing. But for many people of African descent, it's reconnecting. That grass is called salt marsh. It's a place of nurturing. It's not only a nursery, but it's also a place that we go to as native Gullah Geechees to just renew our spirits, renew our souls, to just literally pause. In the same place where our ancestors paused. It's Jacksonville, North Carolina. It's Jacksonville, Florida. If you were to really look closely, you will see all these little dots. Those are the Sea Islands where Gullah Geechee culture rooted itself from the 1500s because African people were brought over from the motherland, enslaved on the Sea Islands, but many intermarried with indigenous people that were already there, the Kusabo, the Yamasee, the Cree, the Adisto. And so in my bloodline, like many Gullah Geechee people's bloodlines, we have both African and indigenous ancestry. The land is our family, the waterway is our bloodline. Gullah Geechee culture is inextricably tied to the land and the waterways here in the Sea Islands. And thereby, by maintaining the very environment that makes up a Sea Island, you maintain the Gullah Geechee cultural community because our heritage is living in that environment. Some people say, I thought your people were gone. And I say, look here, we the Binya and we in the Guina, we're total. And so, till I leave, we'll still be pushing to educate more people and to empower my people so that people hear us, they see us, and they keep what we have protected and love it the way we do.